Hello, in today's video, I want to touch upon a project I'm doing right now. Specifically, I'm making Franz Bardon's compound universal fluid condenser. Here's the recipe for you if you'd like to try it yourself. But what I highly recommend is you pick up this work if you're curious about spirituality, meditation, the deeper elements of Judeo-Christianity, of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. It is one of the best books I have found for the universal understanding of spiritual development. In this recipe, we're using a small number of ingredients, about 12, and macerating them with alcohol over 30 days, or as Bardon says, specifically 28 days. The reason we're doing this is to build up what's called a fluid condenser. Now, these ingredients macerate, and then they are combined at the end to make that condenser, along with a little tincture of gold chloride specifically. This fluid can be used for a multitude of healings. You can use this for healing spirit, soul, elemental qualities within the body. If you're having trouble with sleeping, you're having other types of interactions with this world, it's a universal product that has a lot of value because it doesn't have just like a specific tool like a liniment or some tinctures. Now, in this specific recipe, you're going to add equal volumes of each ingredient, such as angelica root, sage root, or linen flowers, to a jar, as well as vodka or any type of alcohol. I recommend vodka. This won't be something you can drink or eat. However, just in case it ever does get ingested, you don't want to use rubbing alcohol. It just tends to be a little safer around the house. Now, each jar, you'll notice I have labeled. I've already began to fill these. And I'm just going to show you how I make this. So we take the jar, and I'm going to fill this up to 200 milliliters. Now, for 200 milliliters, you generally want about 2 ounces of material. This is made by volume. I only have 1 ounce. However, I found that a little extra alcohol does not hurt the work that I do. We're going to hit 200 milliliters. I'm going to take our material, which in this case is angelica root, which I procured at a local bulk supply goods store. And you can find this online. You can find this in your local stores. You could go to your local stone store, prayer store. And we add this in. We close the lid. We give it a little swirl. And we set it with the rest. If you yourself have begun on the spiritual path, I suggest you do this project after you've gotten your yoga down, your asana down, a little bit of meditation. This is more of an advanced practice. If you're already doing energy work such as Reiki or energy healing, this book will empower you to be way more powerful. And tools such as this can really, really bring a whole new level of your practice and bring your clients to a level of heaven within their life, or at least be on the path of pure life and healing towards heaven. I want to also leave you with one other little tidbit that not many people know about. If you pick up this book, and I highly recommend you do, I'm going to say it again, turn to page 250, and you're going to see a list here of ingredients. Step 1 of this book is building what's called a magical mirror. And in that, you discover who you are yourself and break it down into the elemental qualities. When you do that, you come to find out who you truly are today so you can become the being that God truly wants you to be. By jumping to page 250, I suggest you take that list and make one of each of those items on that list the same time you do step 1. The value of this is that as you're working through discovering yourself, adding a physical element to it, a process, an alchemical process, enhances the quality of the results and increases the ability of you to develop a much higher quality of self in a shorter period of time. Now, Bardon says don't jump forward within these steps. Now, that's very accurate. Don't jump forward. You are not all of a sudden at step 8 when you do this. However, if you do this, Your practice and your meditations and step one and your personal development will take on a whole new light in a short period of time.